something. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fox On. It's been a little while, so I thought I would dust this channel off and do this again. I've been kind of busy these days with law school and finals and stuff, but the good news is I'm graduating tomorrow, so that's neat. See? Graduating tomorrow. By the way, I just graduated from the S.J. Quinney College of Law. My tuition money went to making this cardboard coaster. Good job, tuition. The good news with that means I can start making these videos again. I really miss doing it. I really like talking about this kind of news, especially around University of Utah. And I think YouTube is a good place to do that. Right now, it's kind of a slow time, so I don't know if I'll be doing it weekly. But certainly as big news comes up, I want to be making these videos, and hopefully by the time good news happens, we'll have a good following going. But let's just get right to it. The big news coming from the Hill is the transfer of Bricott Chapman, who requested his release, I want to say a week ago. I don't know the exact day. It was shocking to me. I thought he would be a player who would hang around until his senior year. But at the same time, you could kind of see the writing on the wall as the season went. Chapman's role kind of became diminished. He had a couple of really good games during the season, but he certainly he didn't live up to the expectations that he set his freshman year. So he's requested his transfer. Maybe he just saw the writing on the wall that he wasn't going to play as much. Maybe he wants to go somewhere else where he can be the big fish, or as some people are reporting, he wants to be closer to home, closer with his family, so he's going to be a father, or he already is a father, I'm not sure which. But he wants to be closer with his family so he can be a dad to his child. But as to the exact reason, I don't even know if that's public or really known, but those are some of the things that are getting tossed around. But I think the biggest newsworthy part of this transfer isn't necessarily the transfer itself, but actually the limitations that have been placed on his transfer, because Larry literally limited the locations in which he can transfer. LOL. Oh, jeez. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying LOL. The reports surrounding Chapman's transfer say that he was granted release, but there were certain limitations on the places he could play. He was told that he could not transfer to a Pac-12 school, but also he was allegedly told that he could not transfer within the state of Utah. He was granted an exception for Weber State. Why Weber in particular, I don't really know. I don't know if anybody really knows. I do know that he's from Roy, so maybe it just had to do with being close to home. But a lot of people really took issue with Larry limiting where he can go. I can't say it now. That one. Especially considering Utah's not actually scheduled to play any of those in-state teams, being Utah State, Weber State, and, as we all know, we're not scheduled to play BYU anymore. Too soon? Nah? So I think that's where most people take issues. They don't seem to understand why Larry would put these kinds of limitations. Don't. That he would put these kind of blocks on where he could transfer. We don't necessarily play Utah State or BYU, but we do play them in another sense in that we're recruiting from the same place. We are still, fighting for territory around here. And so, yeah, maybe it is a little bit petty, but Larry's looking out for his own program. Larry's literally looking out for the limitations in which he can transfer. But for now, that's basically it for Ute news. Recently, they had the spring game and players graduating and Devontae Booker being drafted, but you're probably already up to speed on all of that stuff. But there's something else that happened that I would like to talk about because I feel very passionate about this issue, and that is the Utah Jazz logo rebranding. I don't know if you saw these, but they unleashed Unleash the uniforms. The Jazz debuted 4 new jerseys, and I think 3 of them are fantastic. They just have the basic blue and white that they've always been using with a newer Utah Jazz logo that features the note, the old school note logo. A third alternate road. I don't know if it's actually a road in particular, just an alternate green jersey that says Utah instead of Jazz on the front, which I really, really like. But the 4th one that they came out with is one of those sleeve jerseys, and I think, personally, it looks terrible. In my opinion, it just looks sloppy. It doesn't look like they put a lot of thought into it. The shorts kind of have like a random patch of stripes on it on one of the legs. The shirt looks exactly like a cheap soccer jersey. As a matter of fact, when I saw these, it kind of got me thinking, honestly, if these were like a Real Salt Lake alternate, like Jazz tribute jersey, I actually think that would be kind of cool. Just take a look at Plata sporting the new jersey. Doesn't that look good? I think this is going to look better than it will on Rudy Gobert. Just my personal opinion. Now, I understand that the shirt jerseys are kind of a tribute to the old warm-ups that they used to wear, but still, I don't know. I just think maybe it'll look better when a player's actually wearing them, but I just don't think they look very good. I think the purpose of these shirt jerseys are to get more fans to buy apparel because most people don't want to wear an actual jersey just because, like, with the shirt under it, it never looks good. So they're trying to make these shirt jerseys more mainstream, but I don't think these ones look very good, so I don't know how successful that will be for the Jazz. With that, they also debuted a new court design, and this is probably my least favorite part of the whole thing, because what they've done is it used to be we had that mess of a blue and purple mountain logo in the middle, and it seems like what they did is they went from this mountain logo to the throwback Utah Jazz written out with the note logo, and then for a while, they kind of emphasized just the note, with the little ball at the end and then the tail for the note. And for the center court logo, literally all they did was take the tail off the note and put the ball in the middle of the court. The least original design I could possibly think of. It is literally a basketball. The Jazz center court logo is a basketball. The ball literally looks like the kind of rubber basketball you would find in the bargain bin after Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street. That's what this ball looks like to me. I hate it. It is unoriginal. It is boring. Come on, Vivint. You can dig a little deeper than that for your logos. Take off your flat brim hats, put on your thinking caps, and make a better center court logo. You can do better than this. If you want an example of a really good minimalist design that has still a basketball featured, the Brooklyn Nets. I think they did a really good job of just the black and white. They have a basketball, but then they have the B in the middle. It says Brooklyn, New York around the outside. I love that just because it's kind of a dedication to their city, and it kind of has that minimalist, simplistic, old school feel to it. The Jazz is like a color by the numbers coloring book of basketball courts. I think they could have done better. Honestly, I think the best way to go would just have the new Utah Jazz written out logo in the center, but maybe they don't like that because it's rectangular instead of round. I don't know, but I think they could have done better here. Whew, okay, I got a little fired up there. I apologize. But I feel really passionate about this, and I'm sure there's other people out there that feel the same way as I do, or maybe differently than I do with the same amount of passion. So let me know, what do you think of the new logos? If you could change it, what would you change it to, or would you just leave it as it is? Do you like it that much? Let me know, send a comment, send me a tweet. You can find me on Twitter, foxonabox_. Most of you probably already know that because that's the only way you're seeing this. But as I was saying earlier, this is something that I really enjoy doing. This is something I want to build up. So please, if you like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, retweet it, put it on Facebook, something like that. And just get back to me. Tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. And hopefully we can build this up into something cool and fun for everyone. And this week, just to incentivize you a little bit more, for the best comment or whoever's share gets the most retweets or likes or whatever, I'll be giving away these S.J. Quinney College of Law coasters. So get out there, share it, leave a comment, tweet at me, and you could take one of these fine coasters home for yourself. Well, it's good to be back, so thanks for watching another episode of Fox On, and I'll see you next time there's some good Ute news to talk about. I guess they're kicking us out, so bye. It's been a terrible week for logo unveilings. It really has, though. That Instagram logo is terrible. Did you see that GIF that I sent you about it?